It is a legend no one will forget. Everybody thought the Super Show was as bad as a Mario cartoon could be. And then, the sequel attacked. Deke was back! With the zaniest danger ever known, even more animation errors. With their useless Mario trivia, Delfino and Peach will watch every single episode and complete the Supershow Saga.
Oh, Xbox game?
Is your kitty giving birth?
Oh my, it feels graphic too. Oh my goodness! How many kittens are you seeing? I'm seeing 2.
2, maybe 3.
Maybe 3? This is great. 2 kittens. A tuxedo cat. Would you want a tuxedo cat? Which one of these little darlings would you want to adopt?
People are mean to little black kitties.
Color white and black. First kitten color black.
Black. Black.
2 kitten color black and white.
2-tone cat. Black and white. Is that it? I guess we'll check back later. I was actually gonna go play this other fun video.
Put on some Skinner.
Stop keeping me from school. I want to learn. I want to be like you. I want to learn. I want to be like you.
I want to go to tactical college and learn how to maintain servers.
What a great way to start our podcast.
That was my intro.
But also, hey, Peach. Hey, Peach.
What happened?
Hey, Peach.
What?
We're in for a weird episode. Oh, that's what you were referencing. It's the one joke everybody knows from it. Hey, Peach. We've repeated the joke because I have just realized the joke because I'm tired. Just kidding, I'm Peach Supreme, but I'm bumped. And I'm Delfino and Peach. Hey, somebody's gotta make the dad jokes around here. That would be our dad. Oh, it'll be during Dadzilla. Anyway. Hey. Today's episode is all about Kooky and Dad time. Dad time? Kookie's time with Dad. Oh, Papa. What does he call it? He calls him Papa. He calls him Pop at one time, I think. I wrote it down. We'll get there. Okay, because... So anyway, today's episode is called Toddler Terrors of Time Travel. What is it supposed to be a joke of? Just alliterative titles? I think it's just an alliterative title. Honestly, it makes me think of Captain Underpants. Which Captain Underpants book? Well, all the books have the alliterative titles. Oh, okay. I guess more so it's like Super Diaper Baby. Since they're toddlers. Well, he's a baby. He's not even a toddler. There's just no poop jokes in the title. Dodged a bullet. No poop. I don't think we ever make a poop joke in the title. That's such an easy baby thing to do, is make poop not even jokes. With babies, just like in general. With children.
I did a dookie. I did a poo-poo.
Yeah, well. Okay. Today's episode was written by Raubi Gorin. Crazy name, bro. He wrote Mario's Magic Carpet from the Super Show. Yes. Oh no, that's the episode with the harem. But also, Speak Pidget. He writes true. A lot of good out of context one-liners. He also has really, I don't know if it's him. Weird women. Just weird innuendo things. I was not thinking innuendos in this episode. I guess. We'll get to it. Okay. Anyway, Koopa's got his patented Koopa Crown Compress with 3 Ks. Amazing. Let's not take that into acronym form. Oh. Whoops. Anyway, so we'll see it in later episodes also. It's that he has his own little monogrammed cold compress for his head that has little crowns on
ice
it.
pack.
Yeah.
But he's like, ugh.
Look, after having all these kids.
And also, it's really weird because we have another Kooky episode. Was the theme this
They just really
writing
like Kooky.
session for Kooky episodes?
I guess so.
But Kookie's like, gee, Dad, this always happens when you fight those pesky plumbers.
Oh my god.
I joked.
What'd you joke on?
Sorry, Mario, I'm just joking.
Alright, meat.
But Koopa's very outraged, and he puts 2 ice packs
Well, I
on
like
his
how
head.
Cookie's like, you always have these headaches when you get trounced by the Marios. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure the Marios are what's causing these headaches.
Oh.
Not the 7 children.
Like, the children going, gee, Pop, don't you just hate your life?
Wow, Dad, you seem to have a lot of headaches. Must be the Marios.
Let's hang around you and try and sing you songs to make you happier.
Oh, he's a jolly good Koopa, or he's a jolly good Koopa.
So he puts 2 ice packs on his head, but it doesn't work to stack them vertically.
Not really.
Shouldn't you stack them? What if
I
he
thought
put
he
them
was
on
just
his...
gonna replace the
I thought he
old
was
one
gonna
already.
put them
It's like,
on
is
his cheeks.
Is his head so hot that his ice pack melted already?
Maybe he busted a hole with... He poked his horn into one of the ice packs.
We've seen when he gets mad.
He gets
He
fuming.
gets steamy, so...
He's fuming
mad.
So suddenly there's a weird periscope hanging around from
Knocking
a
about.
planter. And this makes me think, are there no border controls whatsoever between
clearly
Dark
not.
World and the Mushroom Kingdom? Because each side is just always in
I'm
the
just
other
thinking that
one's
Toad
business.
must have had a lot of spare time today.
He was like, this is... Day's good. Nothing's going wrong.
Let's go spy on Koopa. Let's stir up trouble.
It's like, it was the same with Mario and Luigi hanging out in the block the other day. It's like, do they just like randomly hide in blocks and hope that Koopa is monologuing about his plans?
I really do feel like they were tailing him in that. But their hiding place was an awkward block. So Kooky is ever the idea maker, and he's like, don't worry, Dad, I got an idea for this. And Koopa's too tired to even talk. He just nods
a bunch.
He's like, yeah, this is a good idea. So here's our new adventure.
Mario's time machine.
But instead of going
But
into
instead of
ancient
surfing and
history
finding mushrooms
and learning stupid history facts that
That
none
are
of us
incorrect.
use in most of our future career paths.
he's found a time travel tube, which
I'm assuming that's his name for it, and that it's more so a beam of energy concealed in a tube, and if you use it too much, it burns out.
I'm thinking of like, I'm still on my Phineas and Ferb.
Oh my gosh, how much Phineas and
The
Ferb?
Pizzazzium Infinite, where it's like, it's the power source to the time machine that lets it do the time machine stuff.
I was actually thinking of Cyber Chase with that pink snake. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It was pink.
Yeah,
It was an
remember?
electric
It was,
eel.
yeah, the magenta electric eel, because it glowed magenta.
I guess I was thinking of the big banana slug guy.
Yeah,
I love him. He's cute.
that is a good episode, but I wouldn't really condone watching Cyber Chase. One day, I'm gonna make a video about it. One day, but don't
So
keep
Koopa's revealed his grand plan, which is actually really interesting from a lore perspective.
What's the lore?
Well, it's that their plan is to travel back in time to prevent the Marios in Brooklyn from coming to the Mushroom Kingdom, which makes the Super Show canonical.
Is it? I guess it is, but actually the shower head looks different than the tub that they got sucked in before.
Well, before it was just during the intro. So it's in the intro to the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Mm-hmm. The bros, who plumbing was their game, found a secret warp tunnel while working on the drain.
With the princess in hand.
Well, they gave the princess a hand in the Mushroom Land.
Till the actions on the brothers will be
Hooked on the brothers. down. Evil Koopa and his troopers are up to misbehaving. They kidnapped the Princess Mushroom Land. They saving, abusing, and confusing everybody. Discovered you can't help but be hooked on the brothers.
Oh, I thought it was you can't unhook when you're hooked on the brothers.
Oh, that's actually a good one. I always
you
thought
can't unhook.
you can't help but be hooked on the brothers.
Oh, I thought it was you can't unhook,
When hooked
comma,
on the brothers.
you're hooked, or when you're hooked on
I don't
the
know.
brothers.
90s raps are strange. Anyway, so they've decided to make that canonical. So the plan is to travel back into Brooklyn, prevent them
From going down the drain pipe.
going down the drain, and then I guess
Therefore, Princess
Peach would have never met the Marios, and Bowser can return to the present time.
I'm assuming he's counting
Is
on the
he-
butterfly effect to carry him through.
I guess. Honestly, if you want a better time travel episode, you should watch Sam and Max.
Oh my gosh, how many? I feel
Every
like
episode.
every
Thank you.
single time travel
I don't
plot
know.
I've ever known has
It's true.
problem
There's
holes
so-
in it. The only one I can even
is why
think
I hate
that
time
works
travel
out
plots.
is Fire Emblem Awakening. And that's a big maybe.
It's like everybody always raves about Ocarina of Time, and I'm just like, why does going into the future save Hyrule in the past?
Well,
Because they defeat Ganon in the future, but it's like, well, he's still messed up in the past. Did it erase him from every timeline?
this reminds me of a Mystery Skull song.
I
but
don't know. My brain hurts.
I think,
anyway.
I think what it is that Link becomes capable of stopping Ganon in the past. And also that he would recount to Zelda, yo, Ganon is out for blood.
I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff. Time travel just makes everything more
Whenever
complicated.
people want to debate the timeline in Zelda,
It's that people
I
have,
immediately zone out and I'm like,
Oh my god. It's that people have like a base idea of how time travel works, and so they'll use it in episodes like this, and it's just like
maybe the only
when you really
game with
think
good...
about it, it ruins it.
Hang on. Why am I the one to bring this up? The only good game with good time travel is Chrono Trigger.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that would be an interesting top 10 list. Top 10 games that properly use time travel.
And it's only as one place, and it's Chrono Trigger.
Well, there's a few other ones. I think I'm going to talk about Sam and Max
No
again.
time to explain.
Oh, is Sam and Max has a really good time travel
In
plot.
which game?
In Chariot of the Dogs.
Which game is that?
It's in the second one.
Okay. Again, we can't.
Ah, wow.
We can't
Talking about time travel. But,
So-
well, luckily Toad has planted himself here.
My whole question is, with a time travel device like this, why stop here? Like, why stop the Marios? Why not go back and stop all humans from
Because
existing?
that time travel tube is very finicky, okay?
I feel like I'm making excuses for the show. It could be it doesn't have the energy to go back super far.
I mean,
back in
Kooky
time.
mentions that the time travel tube is very fragile and you have to be careful with it. So he's the only one that really knows how to
That
work
is
it.
another problem I have with it. He has this device, but it's loose on the ground. Shouldn't it be, like, drilled into the Doom ship motherboard?
He's 7.
He doesn't have the brain space to do that? Or maybe his
That
dad
was a
doesn't
really
want him
funny
using
joke in the
power
DuckTales
tools?
finale. It's like, oh, when the kids do something great, it's lucky them. But whenever it's something complicated, they're children. It was funny. Anyway.
So Toad has caught wind of this plan. He's like,
He has such a tiny
good
head.
thing I'm a paparazzi.
No, he said, good thing I planted myself here when he's in a potted plant. And it's like, but chink.
It's like, good thing I'm digging for the scoops.
It's such a weird line read because like the animation's just going crazy with Toad and his
looks
weird tiny square
strange.
head, and he's just like glitching all over the place, and I'm like, okay, clearly this is not where
The
the budget
timing
went in
was
this
not
episode.
doing great. But so he grabs Mario and Luigi. No even telling them. They're just here.
Well, they understand the situation. Koopa's doing bad.
So Mario forcefully shoves them all into a single box.
I love how he just picks Luigi up bridal style and shoves him into the box.
Wouldn't they? I would feel it'd be better to each
Go
use
into
different
separate
boxes.
boxes?
Yeah.
But then we couldn't coincidentally be stuck in the throne room.
Maybe. But Luigi is insulted because a Hammer Bro picks up the boxes like, either I need a break or these boxes are getting heavier. And then Luigi's
I thought he was gonna make a joke about how the crate was squeaking.
No, that comes later.
It's that he picks up the crate and he's like, man, is it just me or is this crate super squeaky today?
That don't make no sense.
But nah, he doesn't say that.
So he goes, boss, where do I put the crates?
He's like, just throw it anywhere.
Also, I'm very impressed because the Hammer Bro that's also carrying the Mario Bros is carrying a bajillion other boxes too.
I thought that was the other one. Because there's two. There's the one who's carrying like 7 boxes, and then there's the one who's struggling to carry the one box. And I think that's the Mario break.
Maybe so. But
honestly, the whole scene with them in the crate reminds me of Madagascar.
I was thinking more Solid Snake.
Well, no, it's that like when they had the crate view. It's like when they're all on the ship.
Yeah, it's like when you take a look inside the body and you got like a half. So he goes, throw the crate over there, and the crate
So they
squeaks.
throw the crate, and the crate squeaks.
Bowser's like, did the crate just squeak?
Well, he's like, did you just hear something? And then it's one of my favorite tropes. Mario just goes, nope, you didn't hear anything.
Just your imagination.
Just your imagination.
And he's like,
okay. Yeah, okay. And then he does kind of a double take, but before he can do his double take, Kookie's like, I finished!
I'm done!
It's just so... I love that kind of joke. They do it in Thousand Year Door when, like, they hear you in the vent. You can, like, choose which noise to make. Meow! Meow! Oh, it's just a kitty cat.
We had a kitty cat get into the vent. But... Koopa demands that they speed up, and now we are going at ludicrous speed!
You also wrote it down.
You wrote down the Spaceballs?
Of course I made the Spaceballs joke. It's so funny.
But sir, we can't handle it.
But King Dad, we can't handle ludicrous speed.
I made an order. We're going to ludicrous. They went into plaid.
So everything's going crazy. Everything explodes.
So, because they're going at ludicrous speed, everything's sliding around the ship, including the time travel device, which again, should have been bolted into the Doom ship dashboard, and I call it the motherboard, it's the dashboard, and the box breaks with the
Marios
in tow,
and they just
and he goes,
stowaways.
Stowaways.
But
we have to deal with them.
But then Kookie is like so desperate, he's like, help me,
Dad!
Dad!
Who cares about the Marios? This time machine is about to explode!
And then Koopa goes, hit the brakes!
Hit that brake!
Sir, we're going at ludicrous speed, we can't do an immediate stop. And then Koopa's head flies in the dashboard. And his crown is all wrinkled. And they go, sir, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna take a nap.
Take your smokes. He passes out.
Alright, that's enough of the Spaceballs
Because
joke.
suddenly...
What actually happens is that the explosion of the time machine causes everyone to become baby.
Every single one, babies. Also, we get, hey, Peach. Which that clip,
I just love that
I've
clip.
seen that clip circulating. It has 3 million views. That single
clip is
clip
so funny.
of Luigi going,
It's just
"Hey,
really
Mario."
funny out of context. I don't know. This whole scene is interesting. Because, like, at first I was like, it's so weird that a time machine malfunctioning turned everyone into a baby. Because they're all different ages.
That is what I was
Because
thinking
Kookie is
of
a child.
too.
And Koopa, I think, is older than the Marios.
In this series, he's
Yeah.
older.
And we as we
We
said
don't
in the
know
last
their exact
episode, we
ages.
don't know how old Toad is.
But
But then I was thinking along the lines of a Lilo and Stitch the series episode called Baby Fire, where there's an experiment that turns people into an infantile state. So it's like no matter how old you are, or even if you were a baby, like Stitch was never a baby because he's a genetic experiment, but it turns him and everyone else into a baby state.
That sounds like...
And the only way they get through that episode is because technically Jumbo was a child genius, so he's still smart. Everyone else is acting like a child, but Jumbo can still do stuff.
That reminds me of an F-Zero. Do you know that Batman, what's his name? The devil
Batman?
made Robin.
Yeah, I get. I know who you're talking about.
Blood Falcon's made from a DNA sampling of Captain Falcon.
Oh my gosh.
While Captain Falcon is indeed like in his 30s, Blood Falcon's only 6 years old. It's like, what the heck is going on? But
So really, I think what they wanted to do was more like that one episode, Three Plumbers and a Baby,
where
it's a fountain
of
of kind of
youth.
thing.
Okay.
Where they've turned into babies. So I see your note where you said that Cookie should be unborn. It's very true. Technically, the way the time machine works with a time machine is that Cookie
would go back the same amount of years.
They would all go back
Everybody
the same
would.
amount of years. But no, it's more like the baby fire principle where they've all turned into babies.
Okay.
It's weird. I don't know.
It's
I
weird.
feel like in a
So
more
then-
modern thing, they would have had other things turn young, but whatever.
Oh, like things de-age. So
Yeah.
I was also thinking, are they physically babies or are their brains underdeveloped too?
Because here's the thing. They're still acting like normal.
And it's the former. They all have
I
the
think-
brain space
Yeah.
of adults.
Except for Koopa, which I'll talk about a little later.
I think it's more like their impulses. Baby impulses.
Because really,
come
Luigi
forward.
is the only
'Cause
one.
Luigi also. That's
who
the
goes,
other thing is that they're like, "Why are you crying, Luigi?" And then they realized that they have turned into babies.
Yeah. You know, it's looking at these baby Mario and Luigi's that makes
They
me
look weird.
makes me so happy we have the modern day baby Mario and baby Luigi.
I like how baby Luigi's head is taller.
It's really cute.
But full mustaches
Oh,
on
man.
these babies
It's
is
so
very weird.
It's so weird.
Koopa looks weird. Kooky also
I
doesn't
think
look
Koopa
great.
looks cute, which it's interesting
Koopa
because
or
Koopa.
Kooky?
Well, Koopa has his baby form from the Three Plumbers and a Baby episode. We've never seen a baby Toad ever. This is the only appearance of a baby
Yes,
Toad.
we did. Goo 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 ga 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 ga. From
goo,
Princess
ga, ga, ga.
from Princess Toadstool for President.
Oh, well, that was a
Swaddled.
Toad child. Like, we've never seen Toad as a baby. Like,
oh.
the Mario series recently has a real obsession with turning them all into babies.
Is it recent? I feel like that was a few years back.
And it started
It was
with
for racers.
Luigi's Mansion. Not.
Started with
Wow.
Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island, completely.
Yoshi's
different
Island
series.
DS especially.
Yeah, it's that they started
And then
making
the Mario
more
Kart Wii
babies
games were
and
like-
more babies.
This is easy.
I always think
people
of
fodder.
the old Wii viewer joke. What's next? Baby Boo. Which that would be adorable. Maybe it'd be a Boo Diddley.
Boo Lidley.
Boo Diddley. I'm never gonna get over that.
But
Anywho, so everyone is baby. Toad looks cute.
Toad
at
is the
least.
only cute one in
Hey,
my
Cookie
opinion.
looks okay. Cookie just looks like Cookie with a diaper.
And they're all wearing
And Toad just looks like
what are
Toad
they
without
called?
his vest.
What are they called?
Bonnet. It's called a
Bonnets.
bonnet.
Yes, thank you.
I guess
So they're like, well, I guess.
But
we
you know,
need to...
Toad's not wearing a bonnet.
So here's another.
It's attached to his head.
What if another weird
not
time
a hat.
travel inconsistency? They're acting like Mario and Luigi being here right now.
That's another thing.
erases their presence from the modern day.
That was my question. By the end of this episode, I just have question marks all over the page because I think they gave up at the end of the episode.
This is why you don't write time travel plots.
Oh
Take
my
note,
gosh.
Harry Potter.
So we'll
But
get to
I'm
this
kidding.
later. We'll just go with the story as it unfolds.
But Luigi's like, we gotta take a shortcut. He sounds so sad.
I think he's the only one actually attempting to sound like a baby here.
I talk
well.
slower.
It's time for our Mega Move compilation.
Which means
what
it's
do we
time
play?
for Baby Face. But they keep saying Baby Chase.
I don't know this song.
I wonder if the mic's picking up the airplane that flew by from our silence. I don't know the song either, and I didn't write any notes about it, so I think I just
I mean, I wrote some notes
Zoned
about what was
out.
happening.
Yeah, I heard Koopa singing. I heard Harvey Atkins singing along in this song. I was like,
Oh, that's
yeah.
fun. Whatever,
So,
the babies are in traffic.
These are the fastest crawlers in the West.
At first, I was like, it's kind of weird that none of these people are saying anything about the babies. And I'm like, we're in Brooklyn.
It's common.
It's New York. Nobody
Also,
cares.
there's
Get out of my
something
way,
else.
babies. I got traffic to go
Now
through.
that we see a lot of people, there's a weird
These
design.
babies are messing up the Coney Island sign.
There's a weird design flaw with the humans in this show. They're all scaled to Mario's size, which is short. Everyone's
this
a
isn't
little
like
too short
It's
for
not
their
like
proportions.
New Dunk City,
No, where they're
where it's
human.
like regular humans. I think we went with caricatures for all the humans.
We did, but their proportions just don't
Yeah.
match up. It's
Honestly,
so
the
weird.
scene where with all the traffic makes you think of Frosty the Snowman.
I was not even thinking of Frosty at
Babies
that
in
moment.
traffic. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
but-
and then they jump rope.
But
Oh,
it is so,
so
cute, that they
cute.
go boing and then
Boing,
Koopa and
Koopa.
Ludwig, because Koopa Kooky, they're only
Koopa Kooky.
one
The
letter
Koopa
apart.
I
They
just kept
jump-
writing K and K, and I was just like, oh, okay, I'm never gonna remember this.
But so they jump into some makeshift items, and Koopa and Kooky are
in-
employing Mario Kart tech. They're in the booster seat.
The booster seat.
That
Oh.
used to be
And
one
I
of
love
the
their sign that says "Bad Babies on Board."
bad babies on board.
It's adorable.
Does that mean it's okay to crash into them and hurt them?
So they're
from
on the
side?
rocket-powered booster seat. The rest of them have like strollers and skateboards.
They have one of them has a wagon,
Mm-hmm.
but there is something so weird here. They switch wheels.
Yeah, so it's that they're running away from the
They're carting away.
well, they're carting away, and so then the wheel falls off of Luigi and Toad's little carts, and so then
Okay, so Mario.
Mario's fine. So then they grab the wheel, but they each grab the wrong wheel. But like they
in
never
the next
really
shot,
mention
it
it ever.
immediately is under. Yeah.
And it's like they stick the wrong wheels on, and I'm like, is that gonna mess up their getaway? But nah, it's fine.
They just slowly turn into
Luckily,
the alleyway
they
corner.
ran into Granny from
They
Looney
ran into a
Tunes.
nice alleyway, by the way. No needles, no gangs, no mobsters.
No stool pigeons.
Thinking of We Bear Bears with the bootleg
No,
sauce
I was
packets.
thinking of that one. Oh, the Unzappables with the stool pigeon.
Oh, okay.
It's so weird. And it's just like a actual pigeon on a stool with like a plague mask. It's really funny.
We're all thinking different things.
well.
But convenient grandma's like, oh, I just love babies. She says as cute babies are going past her, but she sees Koopa and Kooky and she's spooked into leaving. It's like, ma'am, you are leaving these children alone.
They're kind of cute. I don't know. I guess it's like you think it's gonna be all cute, and then it's like,
If you were to be like, who's the newborn, and it turned around and it was reptilian,
why-
and you weren't expecting reptiles, you wouldn't be scared out
ma'am,
of your...
why is there a hot dog in your baby cart?
Toll booth. I always confuse
That's a different
those
episode.
So,
Oh, well.
Kooky here asks King Dada.
King Dada, we need to come up with what?
And it's like, oh. It reminds me of just earlier when we saw the little newborn kitties.
Oh, little kids. Oh, well. So anyway, they've decided to do what they should have done in the first place, which is turn back into adults with coats.
Well,
They're turning
okay,
Koopa.
that's Koopa in Ludwig's
Koopa
plan.
is back into an adult. Ludwig is back to...
I don't think
however
they
old
turned...
he is.
Did they turn
No,
back yet?
just them.
Just the
So
two.
it's just Koopa and Ludwig right now.
okay.
So they go back and they're like, all right, we've been getting distracted with these Marios. We got to go back to plan
I'm
A.
impressed that they remembered her address. That's really impressive. That Mario remembered where the lady lived.
How did Koopa know where they were?
Well, that's the thing. Maybe they're like
There's a lot of
scanning
unknowns
for
anyway.
portals, but
Maybe they
Mario
heard him
says
talk about it
something. I'm angry at Mario for saying this. He gives a warning. The lady who lives here is a little down.
Excuse me, Mario.
He didn't say down. He says something else.
Daft?
Daft? I don't know.
Maybe he meant to say daft, but it sounded like down. And it's like, excuse me, Mario.
He just meant that she's kind of eccentric. As someone who has a secret warp tunnel to a mushroom kingdom would be.
Well, an accidental. I don't think she knows about it.
It is like, what the heck?
So she answers the door and she's like, oh, these abandoned babes are at my doorstep. And Mario just goes, we're not abandoned, we're plumbers. Peach, I want you to imagine that we call an electrician to our house and it's a baby. And you're like, where are your parents, little one? And he goes, I'm not a little one, I'm your electrician. Now show me, where's the faulty wiring?
Funny.
I would scream.
I mean, they've got those gimmicky plumbers. They've got plumbers that are babies. They've got plumbers that wear costumes.
Brooklyn, listen, there's so many plumbers in Brooklyn.
You gotta make a name for yourself.
You really do have to. So I made it's not a ratio chart. I can't remember what this is called. You know what this format is, right? With the semicolons. Blank is to blank as blank is to blank. So my metaphorical thing is this lady to the babies is like Robin Seplet to kittens.
Today's episode, we will give many shout-outs to Robin Seplet.
As of this recording date, he has
10 cats.
10!
He's adopted 10 cats into a rented apartment.
Very good.
Very good. Very nice.
Very cute.
Very kucha.
Very kucha.
I love him. He makes the best videos.
Peach has a favorite.
I do?
Yeah,
I do love that new kitten. Although he's not the newest kitten anymore.
He's not, but he's the one with blue eyes.
He has blue eyes and a little black spot over his right eye. Oh, it's so precious.
My favorite is the OG Curly
You love
Curl.
Curly Curl.
Curly Curl.
Which is, it's basically him saying calico with a Russian accent.
Calico.
Curly Curl.
Calico.
So cute. Alright,
She's
we can't
great.
spend all day talking about cats. We gotta talk about plumbers wearing ties.
Don't doubt me. I can. So, I think we said plumbers don't wear ties.
Oh, that's true. Plumbers don't wear ties.
I'm thinking about that game because Peach, and this is real,
Oh no.
they're re-releasing that game.
I know.
Physically and digitally.
I mean, hey, they did Night Trap. They can do anything.
But why plumbers don't wear ties?
I don't know. It's just a meme at this
I feel
point.
like AVGN is the one who made it a meme. And not anything else. So, yeah, because they're saying, like, they have to fix the plumbing problem in Return right now. Do the grown-up Mario Bros not exist in this universe anymore?
That is weird to think
so
about.
Weird.
Because there's, like, two theoretical things for time travel. It's, like, the idea that you go back into a past version of yourself. Because in that case, I mean, I assume it's been about a year since the Marios have come to the Mushroom Kingdom.
That's a generous year.
A year or two.
I say it's like 3 or 4 or 5
Because they don't look
years.
that much older. So
They
really,
never age.
Kooky is the one that would look the most different. If this was the case.
I don't get it. But the reason we brought up...
So it's either that or there's two. Because, like, they make it sound like they need to fix it
and return as babies.
in return. Or is it that they need to... Maybe they're just preventing Koopa from doing something?
Their goal is so
Because I thought
confusing.
Koopa's plan was to
clog
go
the hole.
back and stop them from going to the Mushroom Kingdom in the first place. But then it's like...
That's what they said.
They've started their plan, and their plan is...
Maybe now that the time machine bungled,
they're in Plan B mode?
Maybe. I don't know.
don't know.
But the reason we mentioned gimmicky plumbers is because Koopa and Kooky roll up to this lady's apartment, which again, how did they know her address? As plumbers costume... Is it...
It is Plumber and Kids Costume Plumbing Service. Something
Plumber,
like that.
Man and a child.
Man and child in costumes doing your plumbing. And honestly, it reminds me of the plot of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh!
At the beginning.
Because it's that they have the plumbing issue.
Yeah, they have the rivalry.
And they have a rivalry with another plumbing gang, which I think is associated with Koopa.
Well, there's somewhat,
not
because
sure.
they bungle the pipes. I don't even know if they're associated with Koopa. I think they just are a plumbing gang. And them messing with pipes deep underground leads them to find the portal in. Because otherwise there's no
Well, I think it's that
influence.
Koopa's been buying up different plumbing services just so they can own all the pipe work around.
Why does he want to do that? It's been a long time since we watched the Mario movie. I don't remember. Also, another
love the
thing,
yellow overalls.
I will say, this episode is big in predictions. First, it predicts Mario World with baby Yoshi's Island, and it also predicts Wario, because they're wearing yellow outfits.
Is it a Wario prediction, or maybe it's a Wrecking Crew reference?
Wrecking Crew, they're wearing work suits.
That's true.
I feel that if Wario did show up in this style of
Yellow's
show,
a good-
he would have had yellow overalls and a purple shirt.
True. Yellow's just a good neutral color that's not green or red.
I guess so. And you think
And it works good with Koopa's color palette.
It does, but I'm just saying, happy coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
So this brings back my point, though. So they're gonna go and mess up the drain.
So that Mario and Luigi never
Can't
go
to
in.
the Mushroom Kingdom, but
They're gonna cause a clog so massive that they can't solve it.
they're plumbers.
But they're gonna make it so bad that it's like, well, lady, you just gotta get a whole new tub. Your
If they
whole
really
system.
wanted to stop the Mario Bros, then they should have just unclogged the clog so that there wouldn't have been a problem in the first place, so that the Marios wouldn't have come over
See, that's
at all.
thinking too kind towards people. That's being a good Samaritan and helping
But
someone.
no, if they fixed the plumbing, then the
Yeah, I
when
know
they
that
arrived,
they would have arrived and she'd say, oh, it's
the
actually
plumbing's
fine.
fixed, and they would have been like, okay, and they
And
would have
left.
gone home.
No, but I'm saying that's too nice a plan for
Maybe
King
this
Koopa.
lady's plumbing breaks all the time.
You were not listening.
I know, it's too nice a plan for Koopa. Yes, alright, whatever. They can come up with a plan that fails.
Also, Mario, Luigi, and Toad are spying, and they do something, and Toad and Luigi just fall over, and it's like, don't let the babies
Don't
fall.
shake the babies!
You may have the brain space of adults, but your brains are fragile.
babies.
Your skulls.
Also, Toad's eyes are really weird when he falls on the ground.
So, Luigi also just has an immediate knack for figuring out Koopa's plan. All they see that they did. What is that?
Ooh, it's a ghost!
motorbike.
It's the ghost of the clog.
Ghost Rider. So Luigi just immediately knows, oh, they're gonna make the pipe worse and break the plumbing so we can't get through. Let's deal with the real plumbing. And so they're going into the, I'm assuming, apartment basement? Because it's an apartment complex. So, are you fixing the pipes, Mr. Koopa?
More like the opposite.
Because she's like, excuse me, how is it going in there?
And she's like, shut up, you broad.
And she's like, wow, I'm gonna leave a bad review for them.
I'm like, lady, you live in Brooklyn.
Also, she asked that the plumbing was a party.
Well, it's because when they introduced their plumbing service, we're the costume plumbers. We make plumbing a party. Because that's their slogan.
It's the plumbing's a party, a private party, just for the two of us. Now get lost, lady.
Poor Cookie.
DDR. So what happens is Mario, Luigi, and Toad are like, okay, we need to buy some time.
They do what they did in,
I don't remember all the episode names.
Booty of Cootie.
Oh, where they overflow the pipes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they do that, and so the sink and, of course, tub start overflowing, but so does the oven and her overhead lights? What?
And her phone.
And her phone and the fish tank. And it's like,
Honestly, they've broken the plumbing worse than the first time.
they busted it so badly. It's like, where's all this water coming from? It feels like...
I hope it's not sewage water,
It
because that's
reminds me of a
disgusting.
story where I say recent, a few years back, a casino was hacked. What device was used to hack the casino? The answer, of course, is a fish tank. because they had bought a fancy fish tank that connected to the internet to monitor temperature, food outage, all this stuff. And the hacker was like, well, this fish tank has no firewall. I'll just put a bug in here. And then when it connects to the internet Wi-Fi of the casino, it'll just immediately embezzle all the money for me.
mean,
It felt like
smart.
that, but with water. That's not how water works.
Water is strange.
So they're trying to clog the pipes, but they notice the water cuts out, and they're like, uh-oh, Koopa cut our power line. And Koopa runs down the stairs with the monkey wrench, and I was like, oh my god.
He's gonna murder those babies.
He's gonna bash their little brains.
Their poor little brains.
I am so worried. But no, instead
they're gonna suffocate them in a pipe.
Oh, I was thinking of that Duckman clip where they're talking about ways to kill a man, and they go, you could glue an open jar of rats. You can glue an open jar filled with rats onto his face and blowtorch the other end, so the only way out is to eat their way out through his face. 201.
Dang.
It's like, what the
But seriously, so the Mario Bros try to escape through a pipe, and so Toad gets away, but the two get stuck in the pipe.
Well, he sneaks through the pipe.
Yeah.
But
So Mario and Luigi are still stuck in
they're
this
stuck
pipe,
in a segment,
and
so
then
they
they
remove the segment.
and then they clog up the pipe ends, and it's like, how are they gonna breathe?
Well, they will never bother them again, because they'll be dead.
So I guess their plan C, or whatever plan we're on now, is that, alright,
Just murder them.
Look, we'll just murder the Marios as babies.
Listen,
and
they
then go
won't be
back
here
to
to
the
bother
present,
us
and then they
again.
won't bother us anymore. Which, I mean, I guess that's a plan.
So, since Toad got away, here is the magical thing. Toad is suddenly in his adult form.
I know. So it's that
Do you think Toad's aged faster? Do you think he naturally aged back and got his vest back?
I don't know. I think they just gave up at the end of this episode. Because there feels like a lot of scenes that are just missing. Because we go straight from they're trapped in the pipe to
Toad jumping ship.
Koopa and Ludwig have decided to
Get out.
They're leaving, but are they going back to the present? Or are they going to try to do the Mushroom Kingdom in the past?
I would think that they're returning to the present with their
So they
time
return
machine.
to the present.
And Toad manages
So
to shoot
Toad
the
jumps
aging
onto the ship, and as soon as he's on the ship, he's back to his normal form.
Honestly, I feel like it was even earlier than that when he's running around and he has his vest on.
Well, that's true. We've seen a few animation errors where they're supposed to be babies, but they've drawn them as human forms. It's like when Luigi's
As
fixing
humans.
as their
Normal
adult counterparts.
Adults, yes.
So it's like when Luigi grabs one of the wheels earlier, he's got his gloves on, and it's like, no.
He's not wearing
Alright.
gloves. But he shoots the beam through the
shoots the
convenient
beam
window.
At the
And
Marios, who are like, oh, we have 30 seconds to fix this pipe. And it's like,
30 seconds till what?
are you waiting
What
until...
does time have to do with this? Is maybe...
The only thing time would have to do with is if they're expecting themselves to show up. Because before, when they're...
I was thinking it's
I think
just...
they mentioned time earlier. It's like, we've got only have
Well,
so
in that
much
case,
time.
they did screw themselves out of...
Yeah, because they fixed the pipe and they pull out the giant hairball.
It's a giant hairball.
Yeah.
It's a curry bow.
It does look like a curry bow.
It's giant. I
So
was
they
thinking
fixed the
it's more
plumbing.
like that their plumbing job has a timely order to it, and it's been so long since she called in that it's like, we don't want to plumb for free. And they call in.
I guess. But the thing is that they fixed the pipe and
So
then they're like,
Mario and
all
Luigi
right.
are actually doing their job. They pull out everything that Koopa was
shoving into there.
shoving
Plus some
into
extra
the
stuff
pump.
that lady had probably shoved in there herself.
Here's the problem. Too many curry bow. You know what they say. All curry bow, curry bow, curry bow.
Nice.
So they go through the drain
Yeah,
pipe.
and it's that they go to the pipe to stop Koopa, but it's like, but if they're in the past and they've gone into the drain pipe, then wouldn't they just return to the past Mushroom Kingdom, which I suppose is it the Sam and Max principle, which I alluded to it a bit in Chariot of the Dogs. It's that they go back in time and meet themselves, and so they
explode.
Their alternate forms steal their time machine and go back to the present time. So then
They swap places?
well, so then they have to go through the past 6 months all over again to get back to the spaceship, and they get back and they're like, you jerks! We just had to go through that for 6 months! I think I peaked the mic.
Guess what, Peach? I've been fooling you this whole time. Because I don't think they ever went to the past.
Really? You know, I just had that epiphany also.
They were never in the pipe, and that lady just needed help unclogging her tub again.
You know, that makes a lot of sense.
Because here's the thing, the time travel machine messed up everyone on the Doom ship.
Maybe it was never a time travel machine in the first place, and Cookie
It
just
was
thought
the baby
it was.
fire?
Maybe the only thing it did was turn them into babies.
I think
Cookie just thought it was a time machine, and they can't really tell because Brooklyn is Brooklyn, and they've never actually been
That's
to
the
Brooklyn.
thing, there's no placement of things. So yeah, I think that is
That's
exactly
true.
what it was.
Wow, you fixed the episode. Because, like,
It was never time travel
without
to
that,
begin
this
with.
whole thing just spirals into whatever. Like, how do they get back?
I
What's
think
the
Cookie
Mushroom
thought
Kingdom?
that his time machine, I believe he thought that his time machine would turn
I
all
don't
of
think-
the whole globe back in time, but it only transformed the people in the Doom ship. And then Koopa's new plan was, well, let's just
now
make
that-
sure they don't return.
Now that the Marios are babies, we can now take care of them.
We can deal with
We
them.
can deal with them.
Yes, I think that
Oh,
lady
wow.
just needed help unclogging her toilet. Sorry, tub.
I did think it was an interesting homage to have Koopa attacking Toad and the princess, which Toad is here now. That's the one thing. It's like
Toad ran back.
I think we missed a scene where Toad got caught or Toad ran back because
I think
all of a
Toad-
sudden
I think
the
Toad-
Mario Bros are back in the Mushroom Kingdom
Toad
and
hopped-
Toad
hitched
and
a ride.
Princess have been kidnapped.
Right. He hitched a ride and
Yeah.
then unseen them, but no
and he should have
worries.
jumped back in his flower pot.
But
Poor Toad.
No worries, because Mario Bros. Are here
With their raccoon power-ups.
with the Coon power-ups, and Cookie gets a whack from Luigi.
Yep.
And I think Koopa just leaves.
Yeah, it's
He's
fine.
like, I'm out.
I think
Mr.
Mario
Mac."
deals with Koopa, and then Cookie's like hanging on, like and then Luigi's like,
Let me give you a boost, buddy.
"Let me give me a boost, Mario."
So, I have there's another great line ender from,
Well, they're giving each other back pats.
no, it's that Luigi says, yeah, Koopa will have to pick on someone his own size. He does it again.
We've had 2 episodes in a row with the Luigi wheeze. It's great.
Is pretty great. So, who...
They give each other back pats.
backpats.
Back pats.
Yay!
Yay!
Show's over.
Okay, thank goodness.
Who's the
getting
most
sleepy.
valuable paisano?
You know, I really liked Toad in this episode.
Yeah.
He was adorable. And he
He
actually
did
does
look
stuff.
cute.
He had his whole flower disguise. He was the cutest baby.
Yeah. And also,
He's the
he
one
saved
that
the two
actually
babies
saves
from
them from suffocation. Wow. Oh well. I like Toad. It's just that he did more in the Super Show.
He's actually
Sadly.
pulling his weight. Because that is a common problem we've been having with Toad is he's just there to look...
Say funny one-liners.
Just say things once in a while. He's not actually important to the plots of anything. But yeah, that's what I think. I agree with you.
You also agree? It is Toad.
Because Bowser's... Cookie...
I also think it's
Mario
weird
and
that when their
Luigi.
baby is Bowser's the only one that acts with the baby, acts like a baby, and it's like,
I feel like
is
his
it just
impulses-
that he just has a very childlike impulse?
personality?
Because like he throws tantrums and stuff. I think he's just a child on the inside.
He's a child at heart. But yeah,
He's very coddled,
truly.
and now he has 7 children.
Now he has to coddle them.
Woo!
Are they gonna be
Alrighty.
okay? Okay.
It's time for my nappy poo.
Nappy nap. Oh, there was one thing I forgot to say. It's that Ludwig says King Dada when he's a
think we
baby.
mentioned that.
No, but then when he turns back into human, he soon says King Dad. No Dada anymore.
It's that when they were littler, they used to say like Dada and
good
cute
job
stuff,
on-
and now he's like, I want to be mature, Dad.
Good job on the writing, Raubi Goren.
Very good. This was a
Very good, very nice.
a fun, twisty, weird episode that makes more sense when you realize it's all a scam.
Very good, very nice.
Very good, very nice.
Oh.
So where can we
Fail.
find shows?
Fail. Time travel.
Where can we
Failed.
find on internet?
You're turning into Morton.
Morton says.
Not Robin.
Alright, well, you can find me at peachsupremeart.tumblr.com.
And I am at delfinodurians.tumblr.com.
Now if you excuse me.
It's time for my nap.
Alright, go take your nappy nap. But first, we have to say that our outro was composed by Taylor Lair. Listen to more of her music at tlair.bandcamp.com. That's T, the letter T, Lair with an E, .bandcamp.com.
It's very good. I enjoyed it very much.
We're going into tired voices.
Hello. Oh,
With
I
that.
am Goastrio.
Oh!
Magnificent.
That's too good. All right, tune in next episode where we will expand upon Gawastwia.
Goastrio.
Boizani.
Boizanies. How are you doing in there, costume plumbers?
Ah, shut your trap.